So I'm inside a Renault Captur 2 Phase 2, aka the facelift, and I'm gonna tell you everything wrong about it. So starting from the cockpit, the noise isolation is just shit, and I'm not talking about high speeds. It's like starting from 30 to 40 kilometer. It starts like you are outside. You can't hear shit. So I have to up the volume in order to hear some music or radio. Secondly, the interior, the plastic feels very cheap, and since this engine vibrates a lot, I tend to hit some vibrations from these plastic compartments like this one or this one. Yeah. There is also a weird noise coming from the doors, but it doesn't happen when the car is idling, only when it's rolling. It's like some, I don't know, rattling noise. And while I'm inside, let me show you the engine noise. The RPM starts high, then it starts slowing down gradually. Not sure you can hear this, but it's very loud. All the four windows are closed, all the doors are closed, but it's still kinda loud. Let me open one of the windows. Two windows open. Now closing the windows. So once the RPM goes down, there is like this weird throttling noise when the engine is idling. Hear this. I'm not sure you can hear it, but yeah. Anyways, what else? Oh yeah, this eco mode, it's just garbage. It doesn't do anything. There is no science behind it. It just makes the accelerations, how to say it, kind of slower. You know, the acceleration becomes more like there is a delay in the acceleration, if you know what I mean. You know, your leg becomes like heavier on the accelerator. Coming to the lane assist. The lane assist is not bad, you know. It's gonna keep it in the between lanes, but it tends to react. There is a delay in the reaction, you know, if you know what I mean. Also, speaking about lane assistance, there is also the limiter, the speed limiter. It's not bad. It's gonna keep it under the limit, but once the limit is hit, the car starts like shaking or vibrating. There is this weird feel of throttling. What else? Yeah, this one, the start and stop system. You can't. Let me show you. fuck. Can't stop it. Can't stop it completely or permanently. You need to stop it every time you start the car. You need to know also that once one of the parking sensors goes down, the entire system stops working. In my case, I have the front left sensor that was hit by another car, and now I can't use the whole parking assistance system, despite trying to activate only the back sensors. The whole system won't start. Just look at this. See, only the rear one is activated, but look at this. Let me start the engine. Okay, let's put it in the first. Oh, no, not the first. In reverse maybe. Yeah. Capture parking controlly, which means parking sensors need to be controlled or checked. Yeah, fuck it. Let me show you the damage. The rest works perfectly. This one is not damaged. Okay. The fuck is this? Okay. So yeah, in the, I guess it's Clio 4. When the front sensors goes out, you can still use the back one, and vice versa. But in this one, no. The whole thing is connected together. Once one of the sensors is down, the whole system is down. I have already bought another sensor, but I don't know when I'm gonna change it because it's kind of complicated. The whole front bumper needs to goes down in order to change just this sensor. And by the way, I bought it from AliExpress for like, I don't know, $15 or so. The original ones is being sold for around $100, I guess. Yeah, it's 100. 90 euros. Anyways, now let's talk about the engine. This one comes with the TCE 1.0, the 3-cylinder one, and just sucks. So if you insist on buying one of these, maybe you should go for the 4-cylinder one version. It's 1.3, I guess. It's much better. And there is the 1.4 diesel one. The engine, I don't know. It's just too weak for this car, which is considered a compact SUV, I guess. While we are talking about the engine, let me tell you about fuel consumption. This car uses or consumes around 6.4 liter in 100 kilometer. I don't know how much gallons or miles is that. You can do the math. But comparing to other cars I have driven before, like Kia and Hyundai, they are both 1.2, I guess, 4-cylinder. They consume around like 5.6, I guess. Yeah, and this one is supposed to be the more economic, fuel efficient one. It's just a lie, you know. The only economic thing about a 3-cylinder engine is the price and the construction price, like for the company itself. Also, there is this weird noise when the turbo kicks in or out. I guess it's called the wastegate road segment, something like that. Well, I don't know. We usually use French like for this terminology, but you can do your research. Let me give you a demonstration for that. The problem occurs when the RPM goes from 1 to 2 thousandths or vice versa, like going down from 2000 to 1000. Let me show you. Windows down. Okay. Let's wait until the RPM settles down. So here we go. Listen carefully. I hope the mic can catch that. And finally, I need to mention another issue that didn't happen to me personally, since the car is still kinda new. I'm on 27,000 kilometer, but there is a known issue. It's not in the car itself, but in the TCE 1.0 engine. It's about the flywheel. The flywheel goes bad at around 60 kilometer, and it's not an isolated case. I have seen so many people talking about it. I have joined so many Facebook groups about the Renault captur and the TCE 1.0. It seems to be a very, very, very common issue. So yeah, do your research and look about it, you know, before buying. You need to consider this, because the flywheel is not like a simple issue. It costs a lot to replace it, unless you buy it brand new. Maybe it's gonna be covered by the warranty, but who knows. I have seen people talking about the issue I have mentioned before, the wastegate issue. There was a recall for that issue. They went to the dealership, but the dealership refused to change the turbo. They keep saying that the issue won't go when the turbo is changed, so they opt for I don't know. So what I did is adding some washers and fastening the bolts connecting the wastegate and the rod that opens the wastegate. Well, I guess that's it. Maybe I need to mention that the steering in this car is very weird. I don't know how to describe it. You need to drive test in order to understand. It's not smooth, you know. It feels like very heavy. I have already tried driving big tracks like the Iveco track. I've driven like Kia Rio, a Hyundai E10 and E20. Also the Volkswagen Golf, and compared to all of these, this is very weird.